Welcome back to Hot Takes with Gibson. Guy wrote in, he got some questions for me. We're going to answer them, see if we can help him out. Sitting here watching TV with my baby. He says, have you cleared 200,000 yet in a year? Now, are we talking about 200,000 in general or just in my business? Because if we're talking about in general, I want to say I did like 190 something. I think that was in 2023. That was with my business and with a job. I want to say it was around there, because I think that year my business did like, no, I take that back. I only did like maybe 180 and some change. Yeah, it was like 180 and some change. Because one year I did like right under, I think one year my business did like 147. And then I went and made an additional like 38 welding. So, and it was crazy because that year my business did that. We had a drought and I had like a month and a half where I didn't produce income. So, yeah, I was on it. He also says, how big you expect your company to grow before you hiring someone to work for you? What I'm gonna do this year, I'm gonna just hire part-time help. Like once my schedule fills up, I'm gonna hire a guy to help me like maybe 1 or 2 days out the week. And then on landscaping jobs, I'm not gonna kill myself like I did previous years. Because you can get some help for one day for about $250. And the way I roll, man, we can knock out about 20 properties. Like when I had my nephew rolling with me, I remember that one day we did like 22 properties and I only needed them one day. We went and did 22 properties. The rest of my week was gravy. We did them 22 properties in one day. Are you going to grow Gibson's lawn service or keep it solo? Whatever I got to do to make $10,000 a week. Whatever I got to do to make $10,000 a week. So I believe one truck on the road with 2 guys in it, you can pull in $10,000 a week. That's possible. If I was to start a lawn care service in Chicago, I would have to do lawn service and ice shoving and charge accordingly since we have more cold weather. How do you determine your rates to charge your customers? It depends on what you're getting done. Like I'm just mainly lawn service landscaping. We don't have snow. So once you figure out what it takes to run your business, you can price your jobs accordingly. Also kind of according with the market, but I charge a little bit more than the market. Just because, according to Google, I'm number one. And let me give you an example. You expect an oil change to be more on a Bentley than it would be a Ford. But why, man? It's the same oil. It is the same oil, but the simple fact you want a Bentley, and you're gonna pay more that you have a Bentley than you have a Ford. So, if you call somebody out to do some work to your property. And there's small roofing companies in town, but we all know in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, Fortenberry Roofing is number one. So when you call Fortenberry, you're going to pay more than Jack's Roofing. So although you created your own job, you manage it like a business. So you file taxes every quarter. You using accrual account, or you hire your own CPA to handle your tax. I handle my own taxes. QuickBooks make everything very simple for me. I do pay quarterly taxes. This year, I would say I done good on paying my quarterly taxes, well, to the point where I paid in too much. I would say that. Yeah, I pay my own taxes. But one thing people have to understand, when they have a business, don't expect the income tax anymore. Like, I'm going to give you an example. My sister called me the other day. She said she getting $9,500 back. She have 3 kids. She telling me, yeah, you should be getting more. And I asked her, how much you made all year? $30,000. Of course you're gonna get back $9,500 because you're what they consider you're what they considered poverty line. And then my other sister, she don't have a kid. She just getting 1,000. Then my mama just messaged me, I'm getting $3,400 back. Y'all not even making $100,000. I understand y'all getting some money back. So people got to understand, when you have a business, yes, you have a lot of write-offs in your business, but you're not paying taxes throughout the year. So you're either going to pay them quarterly taxes or you're going to pay it at the end of the year. And then on top of that, I go get a job. So that puts me in a whole nother tax bracket. Once you start making income in your business, and then you have a W-2 at the end of the year on top of that, and that W-2 is like, you got to understand, if I'm bringing home $1,500 a week, imagine what that is gross. It's like $2,000. So let's take the 2025 year. You got January, February, and 2 weeks in March. That's, let me see, that's $20,000 already that has that I have made. That ain't what I brought home. I'm just saying that's 20,000. So at the end of this year, I got a $20,000 W-2 coming. That's more taxes you have to pay on that. So that's what people don't understand. They think just because I got 5 kids in the business, I should get $10,000 back. Like, bro, I gotta pay quarterly taxes. I gotta pay your taxes. I want to say is around like 20%. Because you not only gotta pay federal, but you gotta pay state as well. That's what people don't understand. Please answer these questions, Gibson. I will be glad to leave a 5-star on Gibson's Lawn Service on Google. But yeah, that's hot. That's my hot take on what you wrote in, John Gray. Name John Gray. So I'm gonna upload this, John, and I'm expecting my 5-star Google review.